Hello, active traders, and welcome to a quick version of our Trading Week Ahead broadcast. I'm Ken Calhoun, coming at you here on Sunday, November 11th. I wanted to wish everyone a happy Veterans Day as well, and extend a heartfelt thanks to all of you of family who've served. I'm here in a military town in Colorado Springs, and it's a big day for us here locally. As always, we'll be looking at charts that make sense for the upcoming week ahead. All information is for educational use only. I'm not making advice about what to buy, sell, or hold, and by watching this, you agree to not make actual trades. It's all for learning. So what's going on? Well, if we take a look at our S&P, or specifically the Spiders ETF, you can see it's been in a downtrend and a sell-off for the latter part of Thursday and the first part of Friday. I want to see where it goes from here. If you take a look at the daily chart, we are at that important 200 SMA line here, and we did find last time it broke above the 200 SMA, it was followed by a doji and then a sell-off, and we see the same pattern here. A large green candle, a doji, and a start of a red candle. Not to say we're going to sell off. We may rally on up into year's end, but be prepared for a potential move to the downside as well. The two instruments that I trade to capitalize on this, mainly for intraday trading, is TVIX, our VIX, one of the most volatile, the VIX ETNs. I want to see if it bounces off the low here. We got a hammer at the 50 SMA. I often do for day trades when I'm live trading in my live trading open room. By the way, I do live trading in my live room for 100% of the alerts that I post to my members. So, and I show proof from my Fidelity Active Trader account as I'm making those trade entries. So that's something that's new to the live room, as I'm now taking every single entry with a live real money trading account as well. So I like to keep us focused on the best charts. Anyway, TVIX goes up when the market goes down. It's the exact opposite chart of TQQQ, which goes up with the market. And so one thing that you may want to experiment with, at least how I trade, is I like to look for, I'll put on an arbitrage play is, say I'd put a long trigger up above the high of day on TVIX, and also put a long trigger up at the high of day, previous day of TQQQs, whatever the gap looks like, and then whichever one hits I go with. And so they're exact opposites. That way I'm covered no matter which way the market runs. Kind of charts that I'll be focused on for intraday. Here's kind of the watch list, preliminary watch list that I'll be looking at for Monday. ETSY had been a gap continuation runner earlier Thursday, gave some back yesterday. APA had a really nice run yesterday, or I should say Friday. Today's Sunday morning. The two pot stocks are on the radar. The two best ones are Canopy Growth, CGC. They've both come under pressure lately, and so we'll see if they continue to get beaten down. But because of the upside potential, they are both very good candidates for reversal plays if they take out new high of day breakouts. Another distressed stock is Roku, going from 52 to 43, almost 42. It's got a near 10-point drop. A cheapie here, NVLN, is one that I had spotted for my members. We'll see if that one runs. Yelp, a big gap down, right, from 43 to 30. That may be good for a gap fill, right? So I'll likely buy this if it breaks north of 34s. So another one, EQT had a nice pop on Friday, a nice breakout. And then FNSR, another gapper. One thing that we're looking at in the live room is primarily focusing on gap continuations in the very strongest charts versus bottom fishing. For example, I made a winning trade in ETSY earlier in the week on its breakout, and those types of charts with big ranges and strong volatility make a lot of sense. So anyway, I think that about does this for this week. Do be sure to try out my live room at tradingtheopen.com. We now meet Tuesday through Friday. It does include video downloads of at least from 9:30 to 10 I record for everybody, so you see the best part of the morning. We meet from 9 a.m. till 10:15 or later. We've been running late each session, staying until at least 10:30, but minimum time that we meet is 9 a.m. now instead of 9:15, all the way till 10:15 Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Plus, I'm doing live real money trades every single session for 100% of the alerts that I post for my members. So, anyways, do see where things are headed, and I will see you folks on the other side. Do well in your trades. We've got lots of volatility in the current markets. Be sure to completely ignore the talking heads because they're all perma bulls, right? They're like, well, the market's going to rally into year end. Everyone who listened to the talking heads advice would have gotten screwed in doing so. So don't listen to the talking heads. They're talking to long-term investors, not us active day and swing traders. So despite economic headwinds due to China tariffs and a tightening job market and the rising bond yields and the value of the U.S. dollar, we blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that. I just care, can I buy from somebody here and sell to somebody up here kind of thing. By the way, it's interesting to know TVIX. A final tip, do follow your time and sales if you're trading any, especially index-tied instruments like ETFs and so forth, or VIX-tied instruments, but do follow, or futures, you know how valuable it is. Set your charts to start showing you data like I do here on these thumbnail charts at 8:30 or 9 or so in the morning, so you can see the directional gap trading pattern long before the rest of the crowd sees it. And also follow that data as valuable intel to be found in time and sales so you can see where they're trading it. Like TVIX, they traded it up after the close, right? Up to 38.80. And now I do not post or do not put in post-market data in my charts. But if I did, it would go a little something like this, right? So you could see after the closing bell here, got an inverse head and shoulders pattern there and led to a nice little pop up here. So it'll be interesting to see. And even later in the day, up at 38.80. So it'll be interesting to see which way things break. So anyways, y'all take care. Do well. A contrarian play. I bought just 30 shares. Everyone is hating on oil, and I sold oil within a week of the exact top. I'd been long UCO earlier in the year on the way up, and I sold here on the way back down. Now I bought 30 shares, just little tiny baby trade. Isn't that cute? Little baby trade, 30 shares of UCO on Friday into the close. I'd put a 24.4 buy stop order, didn't fill, so I just bought at market into the close, but oil may be overdone. So main thing is 30 shares. How you can make money with that? Well, I'll double down. I'll scale up. I'll buy another 30 if it breaks the, say, north of 26 or so, another 30 over 28, another 60 over 30. And by the time it's all said and done and it consolidates in here, I'll be up a couple hundred shares and do well. If it keeps dropping, that's what a small 1 or 2 point stop on 30 shares is for. So the front end, if you're doing any kind of contrary trading like I do, start small with tight stops. And often they'll stop out, and that's okay. You just rebuy a new high and scale in once things do work out. So another strategy tip for professional trading. So, but I'm hot on TVIX. That's my favorite ETF to trade, or ETN I should say, to trade. And it may be good for pivot, so do keep an eye on that. I'm currently long TVIX myself. I put on a trade into the close yesterday, or I should say Friday. I was buying TVIX on the way down here to establish a position. I want to see if it continues to gap up. It closed near, or post-market near 38.8. So anyways, be safe out there. Do well. I hope this gives you some food for thought for intelligent trading. And again, do join my live trading room for sure, and swing scans as well. We cover inverses like this one in swing scans for stock and ETF swing traders. And of course, my live trading room is a place to be if you're an active intraday trader or a active or extremely active swing trader at tradingtheopen.com. Best wishes for success. Bye for now.